I'll present team 8. Team 8 says that Alice, Bob, and Charlie each randomly pick a whole number from 1 to 3. They multiply the larger two numbers and add the smallest number to their product. What is the expected value of the resulting sum? Express your answer as a common fraction. So this question is an expected value question. Some of you guys might not have come across expected value before, so let's see what Google has to say. Well, Google says that expected value is the predicted value of a variable calculated as the sum of all possible values, each multiplied by the probability of its occurrence. So in other words, we're going to find all the different possible cases, find the sum when we multiply each of them by their probability. And we'll go through this question as an example of what expected value means for your future reference. Well, in this question, we have 3 people each picking a number from 1 to 3. So a whole number from 1 to 3. So each person has 3 choices. That means there are 3 to the third equals 27 possible cases. So, and each of these cases are equally likely since each person's choice is equally likely. So that means the probability of each case, for example, Alice picking 2, Bob picking 3, and Charlie picking 3, that's the same probability, which is 1 out of 27, as any other possible case. Well, that's a lot of cases. So it is easier to actually consider the unordered ways. For example, Alice can pick 3, Bob can pick 1, and Charlie can pick 3. But since we care about the 2 bigger numbers and then add the smaller number, it will be the same as if Alice picked the 1 and Bob and Charlie picked 3s. And what does this mean? This means we actually have fewer than 27 cases because some of them will repeat. So we can actually put them in a table. So we have the unordered choices. So they can either be all the same. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. There could be 2 numbers that are the same. So we have these 6 choices, right? We have 3 choices for which one is repeated and then 2 for which one is not repeated. So that's 6. And then we have the case where they're all different. So that's 10 cases in total, which is far fewer than 27. So now we have each of these, we can find what the result is, because remember, no matter what order the 3 of them pick the numbers, as long as they pick those 3 numbers, the result is the same. So this is the hard part. That's why this question is on team round. So you guys can split this up, the cases between whoever wants to work on this question. So for example, we have 2 as a result when they all pick 1, because 1 times 1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. And a more interesting case is probably 2, 2, 3. The 2 bigger numbers are 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So you guys will just have to be careful going through each case and making sure you get the correct result. So now that's the main bulk of the problem. Now we have the slightly easier way of just finding the probability. So the probability of any of the cases where all the numbers are the same is 1 out of 27, because each person has to pick that number. If it's a repeat case, so one of the middle 6, then the probability is 3 out of 27, because there are 3 people who could pick the number that doesn't repeat. So for example, 1, 1, 2, there's 3 different people who could pick the 2, and then everyone else just picks the 1. So each of those cases has 3 out of 27 probability. And then the probability of the last case is 6 out of 27. And you can verify that this is correct because the sum of the probabilities is 1. Okay, so now that we have this table, the expected value is the sum of the products of the results and the probability. So what we're going to do is in each row, we're going to multiply the result and the probability. So for example, this first row is 2 over 27. The second row is 6 over 27, and so on. And then we're going to add them all up to find the expected value. So we're going to get this sum here. When we factor out the probabilities, we can group them together based on what their probabilities are. And then from here, it's just all arithmetic. So inside the parentheses, we do the addition first, and then we can multiply and then add the fractions again to get a final answer of 185 over 27. And that is not simplifiable because 27, as you remember from the beginning, is 3 cubed, and 185 is not divisible by 3. So that is the answer to team 8.
Hey, this is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do: like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.